All right, so today I wanted to go over one of our newer products. That's the E30 gauge cluster tab repair kit. So over time, these gauge clusters has the mounting tabs up here, and they actually break because they just get brittle. Some people are not sure exactly how to remove a E30 gauge cluster properly, so they yank on it and it can cause cracks and break like that. So once it breaks like that, here's the tab. You can't mount it properly and it will actually fall forward when you're driving. So we created a gauge cluster repair kit for those tabs. So I'm gonna go over and show you how to install that today. All right, so the kit is pretty simple. It comes with instructions here, the two replacement tabs, a drill bit, and the screws that we're going to be mounting in here to hold the tabs in. You can also use super glue, or you can use super glue and the screws to make it a little bit stronger. Other tools you're going to need is a Sharpie for marking, a little scale, a ruler, a Dremel or a cutoff wheel. We're going to need to get off the extra parts that are still attached here, and some tape. So, all right, let's get into this and let me show you how to do it. Okay, so first things first, when these tabs break off, there's always a little bit of extra part of the tab on there. And for these new tabs to sit properly, we're gonna have to trim that evenly with the gauge cluster here. So what we're gonna wanna do is take your Dremel or cutoff wheel and just cut these tabs off flush, and I'll show you that. Sometimes it's a good idea to use tape if you want to protect the glass or the plastic on the front so you don't scuff it. So put on some safety glasses and let's give this a cut. All right, so that's all done. What you want to do is you want to cut these flush with the top of here, so they should be pretty even. Don't worry about scuffing that a little bit. You won't see it at all, but like I said, if you want to protect all this, you can just tape it off and be a little bit more careful. You'll never see it when it's mounted in here. But yeah, so cut it off and make sure they're flush with the top of the cluster here. That way, when you install the new tab, it sits in there perfectly. It has these little risers on here that fit in these grooves. That's sitting here perfectly. So what we want to do next is put these tabs in here and then take our Sharpie and mark where the mounting holes will be. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and then we'll drill the holes. All right, so once the holes are drilled, you're gonna be ready to place the tab and then screw in the mounting screws here. We put the holes far enough back where it's not gonna hit any of the circuit boards or anything like that in here. But if you really wanna be careful, you can take off this back part pretty easily. I believe it's like 8 or 10 of these screws, and the whole thing would come off, and you can drill those holes and have some peace of mind. But like I said, we put them far enough back where it won't hit any of the circuit boards or anything like that. So that's how it will look. Now we're just gonna put our tab in and then screw the included screws in, and we should be all done. that's all there is to it. When you tighten these screws down, just make sure to snug them up and don't tighten them too much. You don't want to crack the tabs or strip out the holes we just made. But that's all there is to it. This is ready to go back into the car. So thanks for watching. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I have a lot more coming. Thank you.